Hey gals, how are we? Getting everything where it needs to be? I'm gonna wait a few seconds so that everybody can get notified that we are live. But if you hop on, be sure to share where you're watching from. I am trying to dim. Oh, thank you for the commercials. I'm trying to figure out how to dim my screen. Because I think that's the problem. I think that's the glare in my glasses. Oh, thanks, Cass! There, my glasses are better. Nice, I just had to dim my screen. I went curly tonight. Yeet. You never know. Sometimes I'll have glasses, sometimes I won't. Sometimes curly, sometimes straight, sometimes pink. You never know what you're gonna get. So, what is everybody doing today? I did errands all day and actually failed a little bit because I was supposed to get some emails out to you guys and I didn't. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I did get to go see my sissy for a few minutes while I was in town, so that was exciting. All right, I think. Hey, Renee! You like my glasses, Cass? I love them. They're blue light glasses, so they do bug me because of the reflection, but they are so. I'm so glad you said hey. Definitely catch the replay, babe. And I think you messaged me. Do I owe you a message? I think I do. So I will get back to you because with launching this course, I'm way behind in messages. No excuse, but it's been a little crazy. So we got our cup. What's everybody drinking? What is everybody drinking? I got myself a green apple monster. Yes, don't kick my butt. All right. I think I have all my screens situated. Oslinks, maybe not. There's one more I need. I need this. Because we all know I have to have my outline, right? So that little Miss Squirrel. Hey, Jody! That's okay, babe. That's okay. I totally get it. That's just how life is, man. We just roll with it. So if you catch the replay, definitely just drop some notes. Drop some thoughts. Share with us. And so let's see. I'm assuming everybody's got their workbook by now because it went out yesterday. If not, grab your emails because it is there. And make sure you get your entries into the giveaway so that you guys can earn some of those free amazing gifts. It is in the group, so you guys can go look at that there and take part in that. And we're gonna pray that Facebook likes us tonight, right? Can everybody hear me okay? Are we good to go? Music's not too loud because we know I have to have my music on to stay calm and cool and collected. So we are going to get started in about 2 minutes. And if you guys are ready to boldly stand in your power, drop some emojis, give me some comments, let me know how you feel, if you're excited. I am. I'm freaking excited. I am so ready to get started. Hey, gorgeous. I saw your brother today. I got a funny story to tell you. Okay. Guys, I gotta scroll out for a minute, okay? Because I gotta tell Danielle a story. So I went and saw Jess today. And Jay came home and they talked me into going over to see the house that they were working on. I about fell through the floor. There's a new hole. There's a new hole in the floor. And I said, I'm just a little girl. How did I put a hole in the floor? Yeah, we all died laughing at that, so that's pretty great. And I guess he was the one that hopped on last night. As soon as he saw me or say hi, he was like, oh, I'm gone. So I was giving him crap. So, yeah. So anyway, if you guys are boldly ready to stand your power, give me some emojis. Danielle did. We're going to have people come in and go in. That's totally okay. Guys, I get it. When I watch things, I sometimes have to catch the replay. I sometimes have to go back and watch it in a few days. So it is okay. These will be here until Tuesday night at midnight. And I shared this last night, but for those of you that are just here tonight, at that point, then they will come down because they will eventually become a paid course. So just sharing that. I am being completely transparent with you guys as well so that you make sure that you can get through those before they come down. So I'm going to give you guys a few shout outs because Danielle was here last night. She was so engaged. It was amazing. Lori was here last night and also did the same thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is so much more fun talking to you girls than talking to the screen. So we are going to tonight talk about, as you guys saw in the title, we're losing our mascara already. We are going to talk tonight about creating your hero story with clarity. So we're going to build upon where we were last night. And if you guys had any aha moments or any realizations after last night or during last night's training, please feel free to share those. Because it's not only going to help the other ladies in the group, but I would love to be able to hear and connect with you on what helped you, what you gained, or any questions that you might have. And while we're at it, don't forget that if it's a question that I have not answered yet, feel free to drop that in the comment box. I'm sorry, the question box, so that I can make sure to help you guys out with that as well. So we are going to get started. If you are ready to live out loud and stand boldly in your power, you are in the right freaking place. The right place. So over the next 5 days, again, I promise to respect your time, to create this environment that is a safe, private space where you can share, you can be vulnerable and raw, and it's going to stay right here inside this hub, because I know sometimes there's public groups, and when you post, your friends see it, right? I did not want that for this training, so I have made sure to have the team be very, very, very cautious with who they're allowing in, and so that we can create that atmosphere and environment for you. So also I'll be sharing my stories over the next couple of days, and let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. If you guys haven't met me yet, I am Jamie Marie, and I know most of you have, but maybe some of the gals here tonight are new. So I help visionary women reawaken their soul and elevate to their highest potential in their businesses by rewriting their life story. So I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm a business strategist. Guys, I have 2 decades of business experience that includes building businesses from the ground up, reaching massive successes, and I am just capable of walking alongside of you to build that business that you dream of, or to also help you walk through your life. And I don't talk about it a lot, but I do have, I am a certified life vision coach as well. But I don't talk about that because I hate talking about myself. There's no reason for it, because I think as you work with me and as you see these life trainings, you're gonna realize what I'm capable of. So enough of that. Let's move on. We don't like that. So share in the comments one thing you gained from last night's training, and be sure to check in on the homework thread, post your homework so that you can get that added to the giveaway thread. I'm totally rambling on, but I just want to make sure anybody that was not here last night, that if they are catching the replay or if they're here live, they can make sure to know everything going on inside the group, because we are getting it reactivated, we're getting it busy, and I know a lot of you are quiet. So I'll see you over there peeking though. I see you wanting to post and just not doing it. So I encourage you to do that. Post in the group, create an environment where other women know that they're safe and that there is no judgment. So some things that came to my heart today as I prepared for this training tonight, they're not in the workbook, they're not in the outline. Our secrets, right? Our secrets remain secrets in the darkness. And so we have to be able to make room for light. We have to be able to make room for light for others and for ourselves, so that we can walk from that trauma into the triumph that we deserve, right? So if you imagine seeing a friend at a store, right? I know obviously right now we're not seeing our friends, we're not in stores. Oh my gosh, you guys, I went to the bank today and they greeted me at the door. I was like, oh, this is awkward. I guess the bank's not open. So, but if you imagine seeing a friend at the store, you run into them and you ask them, hey, how are your kids doing? How's life? How's business, right? Are you just going to be like, hey, it's good? Or are you going to stop and you're going to tell them a story? As human beings, as individuals, the majority of us are going to start talking about a story. They're going to share what's going on in life, right? Because that's how we connect. That's how we feel a part of other people's lives. And we're excited to hear those stories. Or imagine like your girlfriends are talking about when they're getting ready to have their baby. What's everybody do? They share about their birth story, or they share about their situation, right? So, what we're going to talk about tonight is no different. No different than those things. Because by telling that story of our life, we can allow a deeper connection. We can allow ourselves, hey girl, what's up? You come back, baby girl, that's fine. And I hope that didn't offend you, me calling you baby girl. Gosh, that was just me coming out. So hope it didn't. But we need to share our story of our lives to be able to have those be more engaged and feel connected, feel deeper into our lives, into our story, into our experiences. Because storytelling is just a natural form of connection, and it's lasted through the decades, you guys. I mean, look at the Bible. What's the Bible, right? How do we learn history in school? We learn history from stories. What is the newspaper? What is media? Social media, even. Stories. Okay? Our past generations told stories. And you have a story to tell. You have a story to tell that's going to create that common language with your people that can identify, that can see themselves in that story, so that they can understand and know that they can overcome it as well. Okay? So you have a story that your people are waiting to hear, to understand, to identify, to know that there's hope. And as they watch and as they listen, it's like a movie playing in their minds, right? Because that allows them to put themselves into your story. And I wrote down Maya Angelou's quote. There's no greater agony than bearing an untold story that's inside of you. And that is so true, because your story is the key that will unlock somebody else's prison. So we have to live out loud. We can't remain silent and small. So tonight, what is a hero's journey, right? What is a hero's story? A hero's story is a significant or impactful or crisis, significant negative experience that maybe you've encountered in life that can lead you from trauma to triumph, right? It leads you to overcoming it. It leads you to creating that success for yourself. And it creates change or transformation within you, which then in turn creates that transformation or change for somebody else. You create a ripple effect, which if I remember right, I think that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow night, is creating that ripple effect. So when we identify and process these things in our lives that may be painful or uncomfortable, it's crucial that we do it, because that's where you're going to make that impact. That's what you are called to do long before you were even born. In my opinion, long before you were ever even a seed in your mom's womb. So, and it also allows you to continue your healing as well. And that's so important. You guys, I have no idea where to look, because when I look at the screen, I feel like I'm looking down. When I look at my notes, I'm looking over here. So please bear with me. But what I want you guys to do is, if you have your workbooks open, this is not in your workbook, so you may need to turn to the page or grab your notebook. It's just some lined paper for you guys that you can take notes. But I want you to envision your story as a movie playing out in your mind. So so that you can visualize the situation, you can visualize what's happened in that story, but yet also so that you can create distance for yourself so that you don't get re-triggered. Okay? And I want you to think about the most significant events in your life and imagine that. What was the pain that you endured? What was somebody telling you? How was somebody making you feel, or how did you feel inside internally? But then I also want you to build upon that. What lessons did that teach you? What lessons did you learn? And some of them may be negative, some of them may be positive. And I'm going to help you with that. Because it's important that we're able to recognize the pain, but the lesson learned, because that leads us to the solution and to the impact that we can show other women. Okay? So, who could your movie of your own life, who could that help? And how could that help them? What can you claim as your triumph in that story? Or what did you overcome? How did you learn to overcome that battle or that hurdle, right? And it's sometimes, guys, it's scary to look at. It doesn't feel comfortable, but that's us turning that dirt up. That's us digging in deep to get rid of those weeds, to eliminate the things that are pulling us down and uproot that. I think it was my mom last night that said, uproot the things that are holding you down. And it's so, so crucially important to do. So you're creating, by watching that situation or that story that has happened to you, that event that's happened to you, by watching that in your mind as playing, like as a movie playing, you can begin to see those things with new clarity. We're going to talk more about that as we go on. So we're going to create that hero's journey so that you can live out loud, so that you can stand boldly in your power to help others. So grab that workbook if you didn't already, girlfriend, because we're going to get started. If you guys are here live, drop some emojis and let me know if you are ready to live out loud. Put it in the comments. I am ready to live out loud. Because that's what I want for you. I want that for you more than anything. You guys have made it with my glasses on so far. So, guys, but here's the thing, right? We have to be able to do the work and not have somebody do the work for us. Yes, somebody can lead us. Yes, somebody can show us the way. Excuse me. It's so funny. I don't yawn all day long. All day long. Or night. And then I get on lives because this is my peace. This is my calm. And my body just relaxes. It's such an amazing thing. But can you imagine me staying on stage? And be like, oh, sorry. So you guys can step out in your authentic purpose to make that massive impact in your work. But you have to do the work. You have to make that commitment to yourself. That the things that you've experienced, the things that you've tried, the personal growth that maybe you've worked on, that it's working. You can't see maybe the progress, but it's working. It's creating a change in you. But it may not be finished yet, because it's always a work. It's always a process to grow, to heal, to step out boldly. So let me take a drink real quick because I'm getting dry. So the benefits of finding that clarity, and this is where your workbook's going to pick up. The rest of what I just shared with you was something that that had just came to me today while I was driving, but I wanted to share with you real quick. Let me shut this off because my battery's going to die. I'm doing a little shopping on Amazon. I don't know if you guys did or not, but so The benefits of finding clarity in who you are allows you to make decisions, to make choices that are authentic to you, that are in alignment to you, because nobody else gets to determine who you are. Nobody else gets to determine what your dream is. And the other thing that it does is it allows you to not feel awkward, to not feel weird for feeling the way that you do about different things. And that's so important. Have you ever walked into a crowded room of people, but yet felt so alone because you felt awkward, you felt different, you thought differently, right? So you don't have to walk into that crowded room anymore and feel alone. You can walk in there boldly and confidently in who you are because you finally have that clarity. And it's a massive, massive gap that I've found and seen in so many things that I've been a part of over the last few years. And it keeps people stuck in their story. There's thousands and thousands of courses out there and learning platforms and things that people are doing, but yet they still leave saying, okay, but what am I supposed to do? What impact am I supposed to make? Or where do I fit in? And that's the thing, you guys. Courses and platforms and things like that, they're showing people that it's a quick win, right? That it's something that you should be able to figure out like that. And if anybody experiences that, send them my way, because I'll tell them, no, that's not possible. It's not a quick win that you can do in a few days. Your life didn't happen in a few days. Your life has a lot of different pieces that we have to sort out, that we have to put the pieces together, because sometimes you're looking at the wrong puzzle or the wrong pieces. You can't put a puzzle together if you're looking at the wrong picture or have the wrong pieces. We have to sort them out. We have to make sense of them. And as a side note, guys, that's what we do in my Rewrite Your Life Story program. And I can share more with you about that later in the week, but that is something that we do. And it's a 12-week process. 12 weeks. That's not something that we do in a day. It's not something we do in even a week. It's not possible. Well, it's possible if you want to not examine your entire life story. So you can make those decisions. I digressed. I'm sorry. So finding that clarity in who you are allows you to make those decisions from a place of authenticity and gratitude rather than expectation. Right? If it's authentic to you, you're making the decisions that are best for you. Yes, I understand. You have to make decisions based on your family. You have to make decisions based on your children, right? We're moms. Well, most of us are moms, and if you're not, you might be a fur mom. But I understand that. But at the same time, I challenge you as well. Because what if stepping into your passion, stepping into your purpose, what if that also allowed your children or your family to find more freedom, to find more joy? That's powerful. So the fourth thing it does is it allows for a clear and firm understanding of your morals and your values, your personality traits, your own personal habits and patterns, so that you can begin to intertwine those all together to create that beautiful masterpiece, because you are the masterpiece. And when we can explore and identify our habits and our patterns, then we can take those and go, look, this is what I could use this for. Or if it's a negative one, if it's a negative pattern or habit, we can begin to change that. It's so funny that I'm sitting here talking about puzzles, you guys, because at the top of my screen, I have no idea why I did not put it there, but there is a puzzle piece. That's crazy. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what it is. That is crazy. How awesome. Just confirming that you guys are right where you need to be. So, the next thing we need to do, guys, is we need to compare and contrast our expectations that we place on ourselves or that others place on us versus our authentic self. Because when we live a life through a lens of expectation, it creates a lack of alignment. It creates shame and fear and anxiety. And that's not how we want to live life. I don't know about you, but I don't want to live a life of shame and fear. I don't want to live a life of anxiety and being out of alignment. And I know that's how you feel as well. But you can also live your life through a lens of authenticity instead, that creates that freedom and that joy and that confidence. And you can say, no, that answer you just gave me, Mrs. Jones, that's not authentic to me. That's not me. And I'm not going to accept that as an answer. So the word authentic, it traditionally, why is Pandora playing this? Let's see, guys. Hold on. Let's see if we can skip it. Nope, it's just an ad. I need to pay to get those off there. So the word authentic, guys, traditionally it's referred to like as a work of art that's original, not a copy. So last night we talked about being the unique you. And that's so crucial because you need to be authentic. You don't need to be an imposter or experience imposter syndrome because you're trying to be somebody else. You need to be you. And so that's what this clarity, that's what your hero's story, hero's journey can lead you to. When we put together those pieces. And as we strive, as we work hard to improve our game or our life, we get that clear and firm sense of ourselves that we can use that as a compass to navigate every choice that we make, to navigate the progress towards our goals. But sometimes when we're looking at that and we want to change that, sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it seems like it's too rigid. And that self-concept of ourselves becomes an anchor that keeps us from sailing forward. Do you guys want to sail backwards? I know you don't, because if you're here or if you're watching the replay, that tells me you're committed to doing the work. You're committed in your own personal growth. And I commend you for that. I so am proud of you. So as a society places an expectation on us, right? Who we're to be, how we're to look, how we're to act, how we are to dress, what kind of job we're supposed to have, what kind of mom we're supposed to be. And we become accustomed to that, and so it becomes so normalized for us that we begin to try to be that person. You don't need to be anybody but you. And if I could get one thing planted in your mind this entire week, that's what it would be. Be you. Because I wish I had listened to my intuition and my guide, or my spirit years ago. My life would have been completely different. But I ignored it because of my own pain, because of my own feelings of unworthiness. So don't listen to what society's telling you. I'm not saying go out and be psycho and crazy and, all that. You guys know what I'm saying. But no matter what you guys try to do, you cannot and will not remove your specific purpose and calling from yourself. You can try to squash your purpose. You can try to silence it. You can try to make it go away. But girl, it's not going to go away. Because it's there for a reason. You are here for a reason. You guys, I just started pounding on my desk again. I'm getting lit up. I'm on fire. So we don't have to meet cultural norms. It's okay to have different expectations for yourself. It's okay to think differently. And sometimes we feel like we need to choose between what's expected of us and effective according to society, or sometimes we feel like we need to choose between that and authenticity. I do as well. I'm human. You guys, we know that I'm real. I'm a person. So I don't mean to discount that or minimize that. I've struggled with that as well. But the more that I have radically accepted who I am, the more that I have stepped out into who I am, the more confident and free and joyful I've become. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to have and experience. That's what I want your children to see for you. Because your children, guys, this is going to come across brash. Your children aren't dumb. Your children are not dumb. They know. They know if you're happy. They know if you're sad. Doesn't matter how much you try to hide it. They know. They were in your womb. They know those things. So you can't hide it. Find that freedom, find that joy and confidence, if not for yourself, for them. Be the change that you want to see. And as I'm talking, guys, just as I am sharing, I want you to be writing notes that are coming to your mind or sharing them in the comments about your own personal story, about your own personal experiences that you could use to create your hero story that other women need to hear. Because it's a powerful one and you need to live out loud. I will live out loud. If that resonates with you, put that in the freaking comments. Speak life into it. Speak life into it. And guys, if this is something that you're like, man, I'm like, this is totally off topic, off subject. But if this is something that you're feeling very drawn to and called to do this work, connect with me. I'll tell you all about the Rewrite Your Life Story program. Okay? We do the work. We turn the dirt. We get rid of the weeds. So, guys, the steps to finding that clarity, you have to meet yourself. You have to look at the current you, the current state of your life, being honest about what you find joy and peace about, what brings you anxiety and struggle. Next, you have to dive deeper into your foundation, the foundation of you. For example, like a personality test, a spiritual test, or a spiritual gifts test, I'm sorry. You have to know the depths of your soul so that you know how to walk out into your purpose. Because all of those things are planted in you for a reason. And I know there's many times I thought, man, why do I feel this way? Why do I think this way? It's because it's who I am. And the more I dug into it, and the more I looked at the pieces like I'm sharing with you guys tonight, the more it was confirming. Some of them even surprised me. I was like, oh, that's why I do that. So, looking at your values, looking at your morals. So to create that purpose formula blueprint and to create your life story timeline, there's 12 things. 12 things that you need to explore. And I think that's in your, let me look. I believe it is on page 9. I believe that's it. I can't really see because I darkened my screen up, but there's 12 things, okay? I'm going to try to repeat them a couple times so you guys can get them in your notes. But the first thing you need to do is you need to create a life timeline. And sometimes it's difficult to do because your brain gets stuck in one situation or experience. But what I do when I do it is I start writing whatever experience comes to mind, and then I start going and just jotting things down as they come to me. Basically, almost like a mind map, attaching things that I feel are significant to one another, or that, if I'm thinking about this, it led me to this, so I connect those things because they're obviously tied together in some fashion in my subconscious. And you start to create that life timeline. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you need to create basically a brain dump of what I call ACEs, so adverse childhood experiences. And it could be painful. That could be even a car accident, right? Because a car accident is traumatic. No matter if you're an adult or you're a child, a car accident is traumatic. So creating that life timeline, doing a brain dump of your adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, as I call it. Then you're going to write out the list of significant experiences or events in your life that have impacted you positively or negatively. You're going to write out your careers, hobbies, and fun. The next part seems a little odd, but it's not. I want you to write out who your peers and mentors are, who you look up to. And then you're going to find those commonalities. And actually, that kind of ties into one, so it might be closer to 10 or 11. Your role models, the celebrities that you follow. What is it about them that you like? What is it about them that you're drawn to? Examine that and look for the patterns. Look for the commonalities in who those people are. Then I want you to write out what makes you laugh and cry, mad, what makes you rage, what makes you overjoyed, what gives you that ugly cry. So those deep, deep emotions. And I know this sounds crazy, guys. I know this all does, okay? But we're putting the puzzles together. Next, you're going to want to look at your zone of genius. So what are you good at? What does everybody come to you for? What could you talk about for hours on end without stopping? I shared it last night. Like, I could talk about this without notes for days. Days on end. And it's actually what my clients come to me for. So I want you to write out your zone of genius, your skills, your skill set. What are you knowledgeable in? And don't tell me nothing. I won't accept that answer, because we all have our skills. We all have things that our friends come to us for over and over. And I want you to identify those. And I want you to look at your values and your morals, your rooted beliefs that you have about life, about the legacy you want to leave, about the work that you want to do, the impact that you want to make. And also, I want you to look at the internal voices inside of you as well. What is your soul saying? Or what do you tell yourself? Positive and negative. Because, guys, I know sometimes we tell ourselves some negative things, right? But even those negative things, there's a meaning, a reason, and it might be what your people need to hear in your hero's journey. And I want you to look at your conscious and subconscious promptings. Where is it that you know that you don't have to wonder how to serve others? You just do it. It's just automatic. What is that for you? Like, as an example, if I'm at if I'm at a big event where there's ladies cooking and preparing a meal, guys, that's my weakness. I would walk in there and not know what to do. Not know what to do. But if there's women that are standing around and they're talking about their life, their pain, their struggles, that's where I just jump in. Guys, I can't shut it up. Because I am here to empower women. I'm here to empower you to accept who you are as a God-given gift and masterpiece. And then I want you to do something very, very, very scary, but also very powerful. I want you to ask 5 to 10 of your most important people in your life. I want you to find those 5 to 10 people, and I want you to ask them the exact same questions so that you can see what others see in you. What am I good at? What's my strength? What's my weakness? How do I help others? And there's so many more things you can ask them. But what I believe and have seen is that more times than not, if they're important people in your life, those answers are all going to come back and reveal the same things. Because they're your gifts. They're you. They're what make you who you are. The shark keeps falling down. It's cute, but it keeps falling down. So those are the 12 things that you need to explore to create your own purpose formula, blueprint, to create your own life story timeline. And we can hop on the phone, guys. We can hop on the phone. If you guys want to do that, I can get you the link. We can hop on the phone and explore it a little more for you. Find that breakthrough for you. Get you that breakthrough so that you can walk into your purpose. Because I think you're here because you're not quite sure what you're made to do. Or maybe you know and you've lost your passion, lost your drive. Or maybe you keep it to yourself. And that's what I want to help you with. We can hop on the phone. Let me help you with that. Let me hold you up and support you and hold your hand. And let's find those things for you. So by doing those things, guys, you can find freedom in your new story. You can clarify your past life story and identify those positive and negative stories so that you can create that impact on others. And that also allows you to begin accepting your past. Because your past has been the pathway to the impact that you're called to make. Your past has been the pathway for you to make the impact that you're called to make. And that is so powerful. So I want you to let that sink in. I want you to let that resonate. Did you deserve what happened to you? Did you deserve those things that maybe tore you apart and broke you down? No. No, you didn't. You didn't deserve any of that. Or maybe you made those choices for yourself and you feel that shame and that guilt. I've been there. And it's okay. It's okay to forgive yourself. It's okay to let go and know that who you are today is better. Who you are is more beautiful than ever. Because you have to allow yourself to be present. You have to allow yourself to forgive those that have hurt you, or forgive yourself, because those things are hindering you. I don't know about you, but I don't want my dying day to come. I don't want my dying day to come and still have harbored resentment and pain, shame and guilt. I don't want that day to come where I'm on my dying bed and those things have still hindered me. I want to be able to live out loud, boldly step into my purpose so that I can say, I have done the work. I have changed lives. And I believe if you're here, you feel the same way. You want those things for yourself as well. And it's waiting for you. It's right around the corner. All you have to do is take that step to do the work, to get started. You can begin to create that life story, that new life story, with an open mind, an open heart, so you can walk into your new upper story. You can live a life free of guilt and shame and fear and anxiety. You can laugh again. You can sing again. You can roll the windows down and let your hair blow again, knowing it's okay. I've overcome. It's okay. I'm overcoming. Whatever it might be for you. Or you can be freaking as excited as ever and say, I am going to do this. I'm going to finally create the impact I'm called to make. I'm finally going to step in and start the business that I know I'm called to start. As a little selfish plug, you need to work with me. You need to work with me to build that business, to do that work. That's my gift. And I would regret it so much if I didn't at least mention it to offer that to you. Because I got you, boo. I love saying that. So I want you to be watching for those patterns in your life and the things maybe that continue to happen. I want you to be able to identify what your heart longs for, the good and the bad. I want you to make a list of the things that I will no longer have room for this in my life. Make a list of those things. Make a list of the things that you will not allow, you will not settle for in your life any longer. So that on those days when you're feeling down, when you're feeling weak, you can go back to that list and say, no, it's right here. It's right here. And I'm allowing it in again. I'm not going to do that. I want to challenge you to live outside of society's norms and live within your own norms. I want you to accept who the heck you are, because you're beautiful and you're a masterpiece. And then I want you to step out and I want you to boldly find those things that might make you feel awkward and different, but I want you to do them so you can get accustomed, so that you can practice being comfortable as you. And as you do this work, as you begin to find these things, your hero's story, your hero's journey is going to become very, very apparent to you. And if it's not, you need to be in my program. That's all there is to it. You need to be. So again, we have to begin to dig that dirt up, put those puzzle pieces together, create that beautiful garden again that maybe you've let wilt, that maybe you've let die. You're worth more than that. You are worth more than that. I'll say that over and over and over. Your worth is incredible. Your impact that you're called to make is going to create a ripple effect for many thousands, hundreds of thousands of women. But guess what? You have to do the work. You have to step out. You have to live out loud. You have to stand boldly in your power to create the success, to create the income. Because it's not going to just happen. You can't just snap your fingers and expect that to happen for you. You can't expect somebody else to do that for you. And that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. You are not defined by anybody else. Your worth is not defined by anybody else. And somebody here needs to hear that. Because that is nowhere in my notes. You are beautiful and wonderfully made. And while you might feel unworthy, you might feel as though there's nothing inside of you that anybody needs or wants. Fear's a liar. Because even ashes can be turned into something beautiful. And I just want that to resonate with you. I want you to let that sit. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to start to wrap up. So if you guys have any questions, please definitely drop those in the comments. You guys have been super quiet tonight. Super quiet. But that's okay, because I hope that means that you're in your workbooks, that you're doing the work. And if you're not, or if you're catching the replay, guys, share. Help other women know that they're not alone. And let me know what touched you, or what impacted you tonight during the training. Or reach out to me in direct messages, okay? I'm here for you. I'm here to serve. I'm here to help you change your life. I want you to be that next success story. And I think it was the last workshop I did. I think it was, I believe, Danielle came, one of the girls in the tribe, she came to the training and she came to the workshop, and she shared that she'd always wanted to sing. And she had never been able to boldly step out into that. And guess what she did that night? I think it was that night. Maybe the next morning. She posted a video on Facebook. I was so freaking proud of her. She posted a video on Facebook of her singing. And she continued with that. And it touched people. She had requests coming in. I want you to do something like that. Something that makes you feel awkward or that you're uncomfortable with. Guys, when I first started these Facebook Lives, that countdown timer would go and I'd be like, oh God, oh God, oh God. Now I don't care and I love it. But that's because I've done the work. I've gotten used to it. Now I love going live. It's so freaking fun. So I want you to be that next success story. So as a reminder, tomorrow night, same place, same location, same time. Get those notifications on so you get notified when we go live. If you have any questions, any struggles, feel free to reach out. Or if you want to book that free call with me, we'll hop on the phone, 30 minutes. We will get you that breakthrough, identify those struggle areas for you. And we're going to break through those things in a massive way, because that is the gift that God gave me. And I'm grateful for it. And you have that same gift, whatever it is specific to you, inside of you as well. Because remember, that attitude of gratitude doesn't just happen. You have to continue to practice it. There were years ago, I would never have said I was grateful for that gift. But I am now. So I'm going to hop off here for the night. If anybody doesn't have any questions, I had a blast. I love breathing life into you guys. I love sharing and helping you see that you can overcome, and that there's a reason for you to be here. I would love to hear your biggest takeaways. I'd love to hear what you're going to take action on, so I can help keep you accountable, so I can cheer you on. There's no greater feeling than that, than having women surround you and say, go girl, you got this. Go girl. So, your story, your hero's story matters. You matter. And the world needs to hear your story. They need to hear your voice. Your soul's calling brought you here today with us. The past has been preparing you all along. And your future is waiting for you to shape it. So baby girl, grab that. Grab it by the ears. Let's get you started. Let's do this. So you can make your own change, or make your own impact. so that you can make your own ripple effect. Because you're worthy and you deserve to stand boldly in your power, to go from trauma to triumph out loud. I love you so much. I cannot wait to connect with you. I've already been getting some messages from some of the ladies, and they're so touching. So I can't wait to connect with you as well. I can't wait to see what impact this is making on you, your takeaways. I love you. Mwah. Have a great night.